Hi guys, welcome back to another video. This is going to be meat for tamales, which is pork and red chili. Okay, as you can see here, I am just taking a roast shoulder of pork and I am sectioning it off, cutting it into smaller, more manageable pieces. This is not only going to allow it to fit better in my roasting pan, but it is also going to allow all the seasonings that I'm going to add to fully coat more surface area of the meat, which will in turn give it a lot more flavor. So I'm just cutting it, giving it a good rinse after I do that, and adding it into the pot that is there on the right side of my sink. Okay, this is what the meat looks like. Next is the vegetables. Okay, I'm chopping up about a half of a white onion and I'm just going to add it into my meat. And next I'm going to get this garlic. I believe it was about 6 cloves. Just going to peel them, give them a rough chop and throw them in. Everything's going to end up dissolving pretty much anyway because they are going to be roasting for such a long time. So we're going to finish that. Just a rough chop and then add it in. And washing my hands, of course. Next I'm going to roll the limes. That's just to release some of the juices to make them easier to get the juice out when I squeeze it. Get the most out of it that I can. And when I'm done with these, I am tossing them in the sink next to me. I'm not going to waste them. I'm going to use them in my garbage disposal to deodorize it. Just get all the juice out that you can. The fork kind of helps to give you something to squeeze against. So here I'm just adding them to the garbage disposal and washing my hands again with a nail brush because I do have long nails on one hand, so I don't want anything stuck in there. Okay, now I'm moving on to the seasonings. Here I'm adding some black pepper and some salt. Some ground cumin or comino. This is ground achiote, which is anatto seed. Here is some bay leaves. Some ground chili powder. This one was California. And some dried oregano. Okay, now you just want to get messy, get your hands in there and rub all the seasoning over every part of that meat so that everything can get nice and coated and have a lot of flavor. As you're doing this, the vegetables will kind of fall to the bottom. I'm just going to search through and just kind of pull some back up. There'll be some on the bottom and some on the top while it's roasting. And again, wash up. Okay, next I'm starting my oven at 350. I'm going to bake this for 3 hours, 3.5 hours. You want to keep checking on it. Now, this helps, I actually bake it uncovered. That gives it a nice crust. And so here I'm going to rotate everything so that the other side can get a nice color and roastedness to it. So after you're done flipping everything, you're just going to put it back in the oven and you're going to cook it again until everything is nice and soft and pretty much falling apart. And that could take anywhere from 2 to 3 more hours, and you just have to keep checking. And this is what it looks like when I'm done. If you can hear that, it is crunchy on the top but nice and soft on the inside. Here we are. I'm just going to start shredding the meat now and getting rid of any of the pieces that are just too fatty. So I'll be separating everything so that I can discard those. After you do this, just transfer it into another pan. Here we are. And now I'm adding some of the solids that we strained away from my red chili sauce, which was the video prior to this one. So if you have not seen that, go ahead and check it out. Next, I'm going to add in some of the actual strained sauce, and this is going to give the meat a little bit more flavor and some color. And this is all preference. You add as much as you'd like. And then you're just going to mix thoroughly when you're done adding. And this is the result. All that's left is to fill the tamales. So stay tuned for that video, which will be coming up next. And thank you guys for watching.